The blackout isn't coming. It's already happening. From Texas freezes to Midwest storms and East Coast cyber disruptions, millions of Americans have discovered the hard truth. When the grid goes down, shelves empty in hours and help doesn't always arrive. FEMA's latest data shows nearly 7 out of 10 households aren't even ready for the first 72 hours of a crisis. That means water, power, food, and even basic safety vanish faster than most people imagine. If you're a retiree living on a fixed income, a big family shopping at Walmart or Aldi, or a young adult stretching every dollar, this message is for you. Those first 3 days can decide everything, and relying on luck or overpriced survival kits online won't cut it. What you need are proven, affordable essentials that actually work when systems fail. In this video, we're breaking down 15 battle-tested items, plus one bonus, that can keep you fed, warm, connected, and in control when disaster strikes. Some are obvious, others are overlooked until it's too late, but together they form a lifeline, your personal buffer against chaos. So grab a pen, because the first item on our list might surprise you. Item 1, cash and small bills. When digital payments collapse, no ATMs, no card readers, you're left holding worthless plastic. That's what thousands faced during grid outages in 2024. Cash became the only currency that mattered. But here's the catch. Large bills don't help. People offering $104 gas were turned away because no one had changed. The Red Cross now advises keeping at least $200 per person in 5s, 10s, and 20s stored in a waterproof pouch. It's not just for supplies. Cash builds trust, buys rides, and gets vital information when systems fail. Rotate your stash every few months so humidity doesn't ruin it. Keep small bundles in your go bag, wallet, and home safe spot. Because when machines go silent, the paper in your pocket could mean the difference between moving forward or standing still. But money alone won't power your phone. So let's move to the backup that keeps you connected in the cold. Item 2, cold weather power bank. A half-charged phone feels safe until the temperature drops. Standard lithium batteries lose up to 80% of capacity below 14 degrees. That's what thousands discovered in the Midwest blackout of 2024 when their power banks died in freezing air. The solution is lithium iron phosphate, LiFePO4. These batteries last 3 times longer and keep working in sub-zero cold. They don't just power phones, they run radios, headlamps, and even medical devices. Prices remain under $50, but every storm sends demand soaring and shelves empty. Store one in your go bag, fully charged and wrapped in an insulated pouch. Pair it with solar or crank backup. Because when the night is long and cold, that small brick might be your only connection to the outside world. But staying powered means nothing if the water you drink turns toxic. Next is the backup that purifies survival's most basic need. Item 3, water purification tablets. Bottled water disappears fast, and even the best filter can clog. After Hurricane Elsie in 2024, millions were left drinking contaminated sources. Waterborne illnesses spiked 60% because boiling wasn't possible without power. Chlorine dioxide tablets solved the problem. Lightweight and pocket-sized, one tablet purifies a liter in 30 minutes, neutralizing bacteria, viruses, and parasites like Giardia. A tiny bottle weighing less than 3 ounces can secure safe drinking water for weeks. Yet most households ignore them, relying on iodine or bleach. Less effective and dangerous if misused. Demand already pushed prices up 65% in 2025, and shortages followed every disaster. Add a sealed bottle to your go bag and car kit. They're not just backup, they're the safety net when everything else fails. But safe water means little if your health collapses without critical medicine. Let's talk prescriptions. Item 4, prescription medications, 7-day minimum. After the 2024 Midwest storms, hospitals saw a 52% spike in preventable emergencies. The cause? People ran out of daily prescriptions. Pharmacies were shut, deliveries frozen, and refills delayed for up to 2 weeks. Skipping meds like insulin, heart pills, or inhalers can be fatal within 48 hours. Yet the AMA reports that 1 in 3 Americans has no backup supply during disasters. The CDC now urges at least a 7-day reserve of all essential medications, including syringes and strips. Ask your doctor about extended prescriptions. Store extras in a cool, dry, portable container and rotate every 6 months. Because food, water, and tools won't matter if your body shuts down. And once your health is secured, you'll still need to move safely in the dark. So let's shine some light. Item 5, tactical flashlight. When the lights go out, every shadow feels threatening. During California's 2024 wildfires, evacuees found cheap flashlights more dangerous than useful. Weak beams died fast and bright beams blinded them or made them targets. A tactical flashlight changes that. With 1,000 plus lumens, strobe, and red light modes, it balances power with stealth. Red light preserves night vision and doesn't expose your position. Modern models last over 100 hours on low, are waterproof, and small enough to carry everywhere. Relying on your phone flashlight or dollar store beam is a gamble. Keep at least 2 tactical flashlights, one by your bed, one in your go bag. When the world goes dark, the right light isn't luxury, it's survival. But visibility won't keep you standing if you're running on empty. Next, we'll cover food that fuels real survival. Item 6, non-perishable high-calorie foods. Most people stock ramen and beans, but empty calories can't fuel survival. In Montana's 2023 snowstorm, survivors collapsed from exhaustion despite eating plenty. The USDA's 2025 guidelines stress high-fat rations, nut butters, vacuum-sealed cheese, pemmican, and shelf-stable meats. Fats deliver over twice the energy of carbs, keeping you warm, sharp, and steady. But shortages strike fast. Peanut butter rose 32% in 2024's global nut crisis, and survival bars backlogged for weeks. That's why rotation and storage matter. Keep calorie-dense foods in cool, dry spaces, not garages. Replace them every 6-12 months. In prolonged outages, the right calories separate strength from collapse. Stock smart, because hunger won't wait. And once your body is fueled, you'll need critical information. So let's power up the one tool that keeps you informed when the internet dies. Item 7, emergency radio with signal boost. After the Pacific Northwest ice storm of 2024, millions lost alerts because phones and internet failed. Families had no idea when to evacuate, when to boil water, or when roads reopen. Some waited too long, others fled too soon. A real emergency radio solves this. Look for NOAA weather bands, hand crank and solar charging, plus USB output. These units don't just broadcast updates, they can charge your phone and run a flashlight. In 2020, quality models cost under $60, but sell out within hours once disasters strike. Keep one charged at home and another in your go bag. Test it often and know your local NOAA frequencies. Because when communication fails, information is survival. But even with warnings, you still need protection from the cold. So let's cover the blanket that actually keeps you alive. Item 8, thermal emergency blankets. Mylar plus wool combo. Most people think hypothermia only happens in sub-zero blizzards. The truth is more dangerous. Your body can begin shutting down in temperatures as mild as 50 degrees if you're wet, exhausted, and exposed. According to the CDC's 2025 hypothermia report, nearly 1/3 of cold-related ER visits occurred in conditions between 40 and 60 degrees. Survivors didn't expect the cold to hit so hard, and they didn't have the right gear. The shiny Mylar blanket you see in cheap survival kits? It reflects heat but tears easily, crinkles loudly, and offers almost no protection if you're moving or damp. Wool alone keeps you warm but is heavy, bulky, and useless when soaked. The solution is a hybrid, Mylar lined with compressed wool or thermal fleece. This combination traps body heat, resists tearing, and still insulates even when wet. Medics used these during the 44 Midwest storm rescues, and the difference was dramatic. Advanced thermal blankets are lightweight, packable, and reusable. Demand surged 140% last year, yet most households still keep only a flimsy space sheet in their kits, something that fails when you need it most. Wrap your torso first, because core heat loss is what kills fastest. Keep one blanket in your car, one in your go bag, and extras at home. They weigh less than a pound, but could buy you the most important thing in an emergency: time. Don't gamble on cotton hoodies or dollar store space blankets. When the power fails and the nights are long, warmth isn't comfort, it's survival. But surviving cold isn't enough if you're trapped and can't escape. So next, we'll cover the tool that can break glass, cut seat belts, and save your life in seconds. Item 9, multi-tool with glass breaker and seatbelt. Cutter, picture this. Floodwaters rising, your car doors jammed, and windows refusing to roll down. Panic sets in, but seconds matter. In 2024, the NHTSA reported that over 12% of storm-related deaths came from people trapped in vehicles. Many had tools, but the wrong kind. Cheap keychain gadgets that snapped under pressure. A proper survival multi-tool isn't about pliers or screwdrivers. It's about fast escape. The best versions feature a spring-loaded glass breaker that shatters tempered glass instantly and a razor-sharp seatbelt cutter designed to work when your hands are wet and shaking. In those moments, fumbling can cost your life. Compact, corrosion-resistant, and small enough for your keychain, these tools are designed for one-handed use. Some even cut through rope, tangled wires, or debris if you're pinned. Sales jumped nearly 200% last year as extreme floods became more common. Yet most drivers still don't carry one. Don't leave it buried in your glove box. Keep it on your keychain or in your pocket. Because when water is pouring in and seconds tick away, you won't get a second try. But escaping danger is only half the battle. Sometimes the very air around you becomes the real threat. Let's talk about respiratory protection most households still overlook. Item 10, N95 Plus respirators. Most people think of food and water first, but forget the air they breathe. In 2024, wildfire smoke blanketed 32 states, sending ER visits for breathing problems up nearly 50%. The CDC now warns that over 140 million Americans face hazardous air events every year. Yet fewer than 1 in 3 households owns proper respiratory protection. Dust masks from the hardware aisle won't stop microscopic threats like wildfire soot, chemical spills, or mold after flooding. Real protection starts with N95, and experts now recommend 99 or P100 for high-risk zones. These block 99% of airborne toxins, giving your lungs a fighting chance when the air itself turns toxic. During the Pacific Northwest wildfires, families with proper respirators avoided hospitalization, while others struggled to breathe even indoors. Prices tripled during shortages, with retailers limiting purchases. That's why stocking at least 2 sealed masks per person, stored in airtight bags, is now a survival essential. You can survive 3 days without water, but only 3 minutes without air. Don't wait until smoke fills your home to realize you're unprepared. And when visibility drops and maps on your phone go dark, you'll need a backup that never loses signal. Item 11, physical waterproof local maps. When cell towers collapse and GPS apps freeze, you're suddenly a stranger in your own city. That's exactly what happened during the 2024 Louisiana floods. Whole neighborhoods rerouted by rising water, while digital maps failed to update. According to USGS data, over 90% of smartphone-based navigation systems became useless within 48 hours of power loss. That's why a waterproof, laminated local map belongs in every emergency kit. Paper printouts disintegrate in rain, but synthetic or laminated maps stay readable under any conditions. Highlight evacuation routes, shelters, and high ground zones before disaster strikes. Keep one in your car, another in your go bag. First responders carry both digital and paper backups for a reason. Stress, darkness, and debris make even familiar streets unrecognizable. Having a physical map in your pocket can mean the difference between finding safe ground or walking in circles. Technology fails fast. Ink on plastic doesn't. And once you know where to go, the next step is making sure you have enough clean water to keep moving. Let's talk about a 72-hour solution every household must secure. Item 12, 72-hour water solution plus portable filter. Water disappears from store shelves in hours during every crisis. In the 2025 Texas freeze, cases sold out almost instantly, with prices soaring 400%. FEMA recommends at least 1 gallon per person per day, meaning a family of 4 needs 12 gallons just to cover the first 72 hours. Yet most households rely on a few bottles under the sink, which won't last long and may not even be safe. That's why a real water plan must include both storage and purification. Collapsible BPA-free containers are lightweight, stackable, and easy to refill when you find a source. Pair them with a proven portable filter, one designed to remove PFAS, heavy metals, and bacteria, not the cheap models that fail in the field. These are the same filters medics use in flood zones and wildfire evacuations. Without clean water, food and medicine mean little. Safe hydration is survival's foundation. But even if your body is hydrated, your mind can still break under stress. So let's explore the overlooked kit that protects your most important survival tool, your mental resilience. Item 13, Psychological Resilience Kit. Most people focus on food, water, and gear, but forget the mind. In 2024, disaster zones saw a 68% surge in mental health emergencies. Panic, isolation, and exhaustion led to poor decisions, risky behavior, and in some cases, people simply giving up. The Red Cross now ranks psychological resilience as a core survival factor, not an afterthought. A resilience kit doesn't have to be complicated. A small notebook helps organize thoughts and track plans when stress clouds your memory. Breathing cards with simple techniques like 4-7-8 or box breathing calm panic in minutes. Add a stress ball or fidget ring for quick relief, and include photos or handwritten notes from loved ones to remind you why you're fighting. For children, a deck of cards or calm down prompts can prevent meltdowns that endanger the whole family. Less than 5% of emergency kits contain mental support tools, yet they can be the difference between clear thinking and collapse. Your gear keeps your body alive, but your mind decides whether you keep going. And when the grid goes down for more than a day, power becomes priceless. So let's move to the backup source that keeps lights, radios, and even medical gear running. Item 14, Portable Solar Generator. When the blackout stretches beyond a few hours, even the best power bank runs dry. That's when a portable solar generator becomes more than convenience, it's survival. During the 2024 Midwest blackout, families with small solar setups kept phones, radios, and even CPAP machines running while neighbors sat powerless in the dark. Unlike noisy gas generators, solar units are silent, safe to use indoors, and recharge anywhere there's daylight. Modern models can run a laptop, charge multiple phones, power LED lights, and keep medical devices online. Many even pair with foldable solar panels that fit into a backpack. The price of entry has dropped sharply. Compact systems are now available under $300, making them accessible beyond hardcore preppers. But demand surges after every storm, leading to empty shelves and shipping delays of weeks. Waiting until the forecast looks grim means paying double or missing out completely. Keep one ready, test it monthly, and store panels where they're easy to deploy. In a crisis, power isn't just about comfort. It's about staying connected, informed, and alive. But surviving a disaster also means protecting your body during recovery. So let's cover the simple gear that saves hands and skin when everything falls apart. Item 15, Heavy-duty work gloves and protective gear. When storms pass and the lights return, the danger isn't over. In fact, recovery often brings the highest risk of injury. After hurricanes and wildfires, emergency rooms fill with people cut by broken glass, burned by hot debris, or poisoned by hidden mold. Most of those accidents could have been prevented with one simple tool: protective gear. Heavy-duty work gloves protect against sharp metal, shattered wood, and live wires. A good pair resists cuts, insulates from heat, and still lets you grip tools securely. Add protective goggles to shield your eyes from dust and sparks, and a pair of sturdy boots to keep your feet safe from nails and debris. These aren't luxuries. They're frontline defenses when you're clearing wreckage, moving supplies, or helping neighbors. In 2024, over 30% of disaster-related injuries were hand or eye-related, yet fewer than 1 in 4 households had proper gear. Stocking gloves and goggles cost under $30 but could save you from weeks in a hospital or worse. Survival isn't only about the first 72 hours, it's about staying safe during the long, messy recovery. And while gear protects your body, your electronics face a silent threat. So let's finish with the bonus item that shields them from total destruction. You now know the 15 essentials, plus one powerful bonus that separate households who scramble in panic from those who stay steady when the grid goes dark. But knowledge without action is just a countdown. Every storm, every outage, every disruption proves the same truth. Shelves empty in hours, and help is never guaranteed. You don't need to buy everything tonight, but you do need to start today. Pick one item from this list: water filters, masks, cacao, or radios, and secure it now, because the next blackout won't wait until you're ready. If you found this guide useful, subscribe and hit the notification bell. In our next video, I'll show you how to build a 30-day pantry for under $100 using everyday items from Walmart, Aldi, and Costco. Stay sharp, stay ready, and never let unpreparedness be your excuse.